Dateline Thursday, Brian.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
Again, it's moving. It is moving in the right direction, but it's been frustratingly slow. I think for everybody's point of view. As I've pointed out before, we've been very keen to appoint as quickly as possible, and I don't know I've said this before, but things haven't moved as quickly as we'd like to be. We're still not giving up hope of being able to appoint somebody before the weekend for the Northampton game, but we are working as much as we can to try and do that if we possibly can. But obviously we are relying on other factors coming into play to resolve that, so that we can resolve it and finalise it.
What sort of numbers are you down to now?
I think we're down to the final, say 3. Down to 3.
So it's a really close call.
It is a close call, and I know it's been difficult, and it's hard for everybody to be patient. Whether that's the players or supporters, the board, myself, it is really, really hard. But I think hopefully the most important thing is we make the right decision and we get the right person for the job. But we are desperate to make the appointment and really keen to make the appointment sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think it's important to try and get the new man in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been trying all week. I mean, it's, as I said in the beginning of the week when I spoke to you guys, that we had hope. You're thinking, well, Monday surely we'll have everything sorted by the end of the week. And the phone's just been fairly non-stop over that time, and there was a lot obviously happening over the weekend too, to get to where we are today. But every day there seems to be a bit of progression, but it's small steps rather than the big steps we want to make. But hopefully, you get to the final couple of steps, it's large steps, and we cross the line and get the person we want.
And would you be happy if it were any of the 3?
Yes.
Danny Coyne's done a good job, hasn't he?
Danny's been absolutely first class. Got to thank him and compliment him the way he has handled himself on and off the park, and what he's done for the football club in the 2 weeks he's been helping us out as caretaker. He's handled everything exemplary. The players, to be fair, have responded to him very well too, and I think it just shows the respect that they have for Danny. Danny's a good type, he's a great guy, great person, and he's been absolutely magnificent in the last 2 weeks and really helped us at a time when we needed somebody to stand up to the plate in this time before us getting to the conclusion of appointing a manager.
And he'll lead the team out on Saturday, I guess, come what may.
Never say never. I think if we make an appointment, I think if we can get that over the line and potentially the new manager wanted to lead the team out, then that would be his prerogative, and we always believe that it's the manager's decision what he wants to do. There is obviously a possibility that Danny might still be in charge and the thing might be delayed to the beginning of the week, but we are making every effort to get it over the line this week if we possibly can.
And you emphasised at the beginning that drive, energy, the will to make this club something.
Yeah.
Same for all 3?
Yeah, I think we sat down and worked out over the last couple of weeks of what we were looking for the ideal manager, what characteristics we're looking for. We're looking for somebody who was hungry, who bought into everything at the club, whether it's the youth academy, the community, who is very, very hungry and ambitious, and wants to take Shrewsbury Town to the next level and move the club forward, and hopefully, whether it be us in the Championship in a few years' time or whether it's going on himself, I want somebody who's hungry enough and ambitious enough to be successful and demands to be successful.
Who could be a launching pad for big things then?
Absolutely, and that that's the key to it. We need somebody with drive and enthusiasm and the right type as well that fits the club, that everybody's comfortable that this is the right person to lead us back up the table.
Brian, how was the interview process?
Always very interesting. I think I'm a great believer that when you see somebody face to face and you see the whites of their eyes and you can actually get an understanding of what they're actually about, because you can look at online, you can do your due diligence, you can speak to people as much as you possibly can that you trust, that are not going to leak out, that you've actually been searching for information, but you try and do as much checks as you can on the person. But until you judge a person face to face, and I do believe personally that I think you can judge somebody in the first 15-20 minutes of a conversation. And you know, I've been through it all before, and it is you can hopefully judge that the candidates that we selected and the ones we wanted to take further are ones that, you know, we feel that were the right ones and all showed a level that we kind of expected and had the attributes to take the club forward.
Has it been difficult managing expectations of names that fans have bandied about?
I mean, I've tried not to look too much at the speculation on the names. I think you become aware of it, you know, through speaking to supporters on a daily basis, and everybody's, you know, wanting this and that, but, you know, sometimes, you know, the Championship manager that they might be looking for isn't necessarily going to come here, which I've spoken about before, but I want somebody on the up. I want somebody who's going to take the club forward, wants to come here because they want to further the club and their own personal CV as well. So it's really important we get the right person. It is hard because, as I've said it from day one, you know, you could ask the supporters who they want, and I bet you would get a load of different names.
And just finally, I suppose you might be having a good long drink when it's sort of over.
I'm actually quite looking forward to that. I've got quite a few folk from Scotland actually come down this weekend, so it would be ideal if we could get it over the line before the weekend, and I could potentially relax for once and actually have a Saturday night where the phone's not going constantly.
So following on from what's just been said, obviously you've had been in the job a while at St Mirren before this. Have these 2 weeks been sort of one of the hardest times in the job?
Yeah, I would suggest it's been probably the most full on it's been. It takes up your whole life, if I'm honest. You're trying to do your normal routine and in your job, your normal job, which in a football club it's a busy environment. There's loads of things going on, whether it's the media side, whether it's the hospitality, whether it's the commercial, whether it's the football side. So there are always things that are still ongoing, and then suddenly you're hit with agents, people calling you all hours, all times. I got a text this morning at 20 to 5 in the morning from an agent, which because he was in a different country, to tell me to phone him when I woke up, which was the ideal start to the morning. But that's just the way of football. You just have to accept that, you know, the phone can go at any time. I never switch my phone off.
Are you still getting people even at this late stage?
Yeah. No, I'm still getting applications. I got an application in this morning, and as I said, when an agent I tried to contact, who I know and trust, on a viewing a couple of the candidates. I'd actually called him, but he was abroad, and he texted me at 20 to 5 this morning to say, give me a call when you're up and I'll give you the information you need.